Good afternoon, my peoples, and welcome back to the counterattack. I hope you and yours are doing very, very well. Today, the Arsenal traveled down to St. Mary's to take on Southampton. And I woke up this morning, my people, with the Roosters and the Hens, mainly to watch a Tottenham match. But I woke up this morning, looked at the lineup, and apparently Lacazette, he has COVID, he's out. So in comes Eddie Nketiah. Uh, Granit Xhaka, fresh off his interview, back in midfield where he belongs, and Nuno Tavares. He starts at left back. Good to see him back in the lineup. Arteta said he took him out in the last match because of tactical reasons, but great to see him back. That's going to do wonders for his confidence. I looked at this lineup and I thought to myself, my people, we can absolutely get a W here. I mean, this team shipped 6 to Chelsea. We should at least be able to get 2 or 3, right? So we started pretty good. Pretty good. Lots of possession. Not a bad start. Xhaka, who was meant to be playing a little bit deeper, we clearly saw that Southampton had no, real impetus to go forward or play a high line, and they just ceded possession to us. So Xhaka actually started, going a little bit further forward, started playing in the 8 role, and things looked good for a little while in the first half. We were dominating possession. We were not really being too incisive. You could tell today that, getting the ball, progressing the ball from our middle third to our final third, that was definitely going to be an issue today. You could see that in the first half. And, we started off pretty good. Saka had a good chance. It fell on his weaker right foot. It sort of pops up, and it's actually a pretty good save from Forster, but if it was in any way a little bit lower, it would have gone in and it would have been 1-0 Arsenal. But that was kind of the canary in the coal mine, kind of really, really telling of what was to come. So the first half, it continues on like this. We were, tickling the edges of Southampton's box, but we weren't really getting too much, decisive incision in there and getting a lot of good chances. But, oh, God, here it comes. Here comes the sucker punch. And it shows itself in the form of Elyounoussi cutting it back to Bednarik. He slams it. It actually looks like it's kind of going wide, but, Ramsdale puts both his arms up to try to save it, and it goes off of his left hand, and, what a sucker punch. Right at the end of the first half, 1-0 Southampton. And it's a gut punch. Nothing else. Southampton barely offered anything in that first half. They gave away possession to us, and they're leading 1-0. Typical. Today, it was very obvious from about the middle of the first half where our problems were going to come from. The lack of movement off the ball by some of our attacking players today, it was horrendous. Creativity in the final third, lacking. I mean, Southampton, they put everyone behind the ball and said, okay, especially in that second half, they said, okay, come and break us down. See if you can do it. And for most of that second half, it just did not look like it was going to happen. Set plays, oh my goodness. What a horrendous effort from set plays today. And Cedric, he has to take responsibility here because the corners, just shambolic, can't clear the first man. And if he did, it went way over everyone's head. It's not like they were expecting that. Useless. And then some of the set plays that Cedric took today. Oh my goodness. Horrendous. One of them was from the side of the 18-yard box. He hits the side netting. Doesn't cross it in or anything. His crosses were just a catastrophe when it came to our corners and our set pieces today. Absolutely horrific. I was begging Arteta to put someone else on there, Cedric. He eventually took him off, but Fraser Forster, we got to talk about him today. Some excellent saves, 2 or 3 absolutely world-class saves. I heard he had an injury the day before in training, but he did. You really couldn't tell. And he pulled off an excellent save from Saka in the second half from Emile Smith-Rowe. And at that point, you just know what kind of day we're going to have. Just so frustrating. So unfortunate because earlier in the day, Brighton did the business to Tottenham, but we just could not capitalize, could not take advantage of it, and we are dropping like a stone, my people. It is not looking good. So, where do we find ourselves after a third defeat in a row? We've lost 4 out of the 5 last Premier League matches. That that form really just is not going to cut it if we want to get Champions League football. It's not going to cut it if we want to get Europa League football. So where do we stand? We're in, oh my goodness, we are in 6th place now, tied on points with United. We have a game in hand on them. We have a game in hand on Tottenham as well, but they are 3 points clear of us at the moment, and we are just in free fall right now. We cannot buy 3 points, and it is not going to get any easier. These last 3 matches were meant to be the easy ones. We have Tottenham, Chelsea. Sorry, no, we have United, Chelsea, and West Ham next. The North London Derby is not till the middle of May. But honestly, the top 4 fight, and maybe even the fight for Europa League, might be over by then. It is not going to get any easier, and I am absolutely dreading the run-in. Another just horrendous run-in. We've had a couple of these when we've been in, with a shout for Champions League or even Europa League, and where we've just absolutely just horrible form in the run-in. It needs to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed very quickly. Thank you for sticking with me, my people. Even though it is not going well for the Arsenal, please slap that like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.